Hey, it's Heather, and I'm gonna do a get ready with me this morning using some of my new products that I got in my haul. Okay, behind the scenes here, I'm trying to figure out how to make this tripod work. I have 3 or 4 tripods. Several I've had over the years just for videotaping Christmas or whatever. But this is one of my newest ones. It's a short one that can telescope to some degree, and it keeps sinking down, and I don't know what I'm doing wrong. So anyway, I thought I would do a little bit of a get ready with me this morning with some of the new products that I got from my Sephora and Ulta haul. I've used all of these already. This is not a first impressions. I know that a few of you had mentioned a first impressions, but I don't normally videotape myself putting makeup on because it's such an awkward, you know, space to do this in, and you are right up against my mirror and it's overcast. So, and this is how I have to look at myself so I can see myself. Excuse me. I haven't decided what palette I'm gonna use yet. I have used all 3 of these palettes. So I'm actually put this one back in the box, and I'm not sure why I did that. Trying to clean up the countertops. And I have the gingerbread spice palette, the naked honey palette, and the hot buttered rum palette. I used this one first the day after I got it. The only color I don't think I used in it was this like a spiced color here. I think that's it, because I think I tried to use a little bit of each one of those in there. The Naked Honey, believe it or not, this is a very usable palette. I don't remember which ones I used. It's hard to see in this lighting. I even think I even put a little bit of this just down here at the bottom of my eyelid. And the gingerbread spice I used yesterday. It barely even looks like it's been touched, but I did use a couple of these colors in this one. So I don't know yet, and I tend to pick that last. It's one of the last things I do. I put on my foundation, and I don't make my decisions based on what I wear. So, and I don't base what I wear on what makeup I put on my face. And maybe I'm supposed to do that, I don't know. I've already washed my face. I used my little teeny cognac sponge here with my face wash. My face is peeling. I've got a piece of hair sticking straight up like alfalfa. My face is peeling right now. I use Retin-A at night, but I use my Curology, and this is a fresh bottle that I just opened, and I don't know, maybe I took a couple of days off, I can't remember, but it was super peely this morning, so I just spent a little extra time on my face this morning cleaning it. I have my concealers, not my concealers, my lotions, my sunblocks, all of that, even my, wow, I'm really prepped. I have my this on. This is called primer. There we go. Let me start with getting my sponge clean. And yes, I have not cleaned my sponges, and my brushes are a little dirty again. I actually did do it since the last time I talked to you, but for some reason I don't want to film right after I want to clean everything. I have a nail appointment at 11. They don't look terrible. They're just getting so long. They're hard to function with. So I need to go in for a fill-in. And I have another appointment at 2 o'clock this afternoon. So my nail appointment's at 11. So I need to get going to see if I can get a video up this morning before I leave the house. All right, I'm going to use the La Mer foundation. I will tell you, I told you this in that video. This is the 220 Neutral Soft Fluid Long Wear Foundation, Broad Spectrum SPF 20. I do love this. I know that one of you commented for me to possibly do a half and half, and if I didn't have someplace to go today, I would do that, because I don't know what that's gonna look like, and I have to go some places today and be business-like. So I tend to put mine directly on the sponge, and then my wet sponge, and then just kind of dab it all over my face. Like so. And I ordered this new little tool that I got, and I've only used it once. It is, you know what? Give me just a sec. I kept the box. It is the Trifecta Skin 3-in-1 Skin Scrubber. I'm still learning how to use it. It's a 24 karat gold stainless steel. It's like a scrubber, and the only place I tend to get a little bit of a clogged pore is around my nose area, and that's where I used it. Got it right here. It comes on a little charging base. It did come fully charged. It sets, which way does it set? It sets like this and charges. This is your little cover, which I've cleaned with alcohol since the last time I used it. A little button here that turns it on. And I just use it right around my nose area. So I'm still learning about this piece. If any of you have any suggestions or knowledge about that, I found it on Amazon. So I thought I'd give it a try. Let me see, make sure I got all the spots from my foundation. Still got little peely places, but I can't take it all off. I used that Peter Thomas Roth gel peel lotion in the shower last night, and that helped. All right, that's good enough. I like the way that this applies. It's very easy to apply. There's no funky smell. I've worn this 3 days in a row, I want to say. I really like it. I don't see any patchiness. You know, I do touch my face a lot. I've noticed that. And you put your phone up next to it, and then I end up with makeup on my phone. I have found that I usually do my makeup somewhere around 8:30 in the morning. And by the time I go to take my makeup off at night, it still looks, I mean, when I get really close at, 10 o'clock at night, it's a little bit more, I mean, it's 10 o'clock at night. I've been wearing it off all day long. But from a distance, it still looks like I've got a full face makeup. Probably 5 o'clock in the evening, if I looked in the mirror, I would see just very few little areas that I felt that might be, because I touch my nose, which I shouldn't do. My dogs lick my face, so I can't really, and I know that some people think that's gross, but I have heard that it makes your dog feel content when you allow them to kiss you. I don't let them go crazy on my face, but if, sometimes they get my neck or my cheek or whatever, and then I go wash, but they take off some of my makeup and my face creams and all of that with that. All right, that is, I don't know why I'm so breathy. The weather must be changing and I'm, excuse me. I need to stick with what I'm doing here. I'm getting sidetracked. All right, this is the same stuff I use, the By Terry Hyaluronic Acid Powder. I just put this on this little brush here, as I always do. Tiny little bit in the lid. And I just put this around setting my under eye. Just a bit around there and a little bit around my nose. And I think this little container will last me the rest of my life. It feels like anyway. And I picked this up not too long ago. I don't know that I ever showed this to you. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Vanilla Loose Setting Powder. Somewhere I got the foundation too. See, it says foundation right across the side of the bottle. That's a bit much in my opinion. I like it a little cleaner and neater, but I do like this as well. But so far I'm really loving the La Mer. I don't know why I can't say that word. Oh, I need that powder. I'm actually thinking about making a makeup bag to leave on the RV. I don't want anything that's going to go bad easily. I mean, it stays inside. It's when we're not with our RV, it is in a building that is temperature controlled. It's always got power to it. So it would be like leaving it here. But I can't stand constantly having to pack an entire, I mean, I don't know how long I'm gonna be gone. So maybe basics leaving on there and then just bringing a few things here and there, my face creams or whatever. So I need to go through the abundance of makeup I have and pack a bag that can stay on the RV so that I don't have to travel, with all of my stuff all of the time. That being said, we did go Monday to the RV place. We were talking about trading in. we are trading it in. We are trading it in on a used RV. So it's just a better price. It's a better deal for us. We went and saw it on Monday. It is not my dream coach by any means. The colors, it's mainly the colors. But it's such a nice coach. It's so well maintained and it's such a good price that we can't pass it up. I think one of my least favorite colors to decorate with, I mean, other than at Christmas time, is bright red, like an orangey red. The outside of this coach has, you know, it's brown and cream and gold, and it has this splash or paint stripe or whatever of this orangey red, and it's one of my husband's favorite colors and probably my least favorite color. I'm using the butter bronzer. I don't know which one this is. It just says bronzer. You can see I've got major pan in this one. I'm all over the board, guys. What is this? This is the Becca Capri Coast. My skin is too light now for it. I end up looking like I've just put a mud strip down my cheek. So this one is a better, when I have no color in my skin. But I still like to put a little bit just down my cheekbones and my jawline. And a little bit up in my hairline. And then I try to cover my nose a little bit. My deviated septum, I try to blend that in so it's not quite as crooked as it could be. All right, I'm gonna get in my hair. Normally I don't do my hair yet, and my hair, it has been pouring down rain for the last day and a half, which we desperately needed, but it's kind of like, why bother curling my hair? I'm gonna go outside and it's just gonna go anyway. So all right, what do I have next? Eyebrows. I still got this little thing here that just is a never ending. This is by Benefit, the Brow Contour Pro. I don't use the highlight one. I don't use this little beigey colored one. This is the one I used like crazy and it's completely gone. This one is the lighter shade, is what it says. And I'm using the deeper shade just to give me appearance of hairs until this is finally gone. But honestly, I've been using this e.l.f. one that I got at Target or Walmart or something. I think it's like $1 or $2 and I really like it. Now I did break the edge off the other day on accident, but I do really like the way it looks and the color and the application and the price. So yeah, this has been broken off a little bit, so it's a little more difficult to, I'm trying to get it shaped back up by going back into my brows. I have some others that I'm, got still in the package that I will use next. Like here's another Anastasia brow wiz or brow definer. There's a few more in here, but I tend to try to use things up before I open the next one. And unless I'm so curious, I can't. I mean, there are things that I don't do that with. Obviously, you're not going to use up an eyeshadow palette before you open another eyeshadow palette. At least not in my world. Foundations, face creams, because it's like different times of the year, different times of the week even. I feel like my skin needs something different. So I'm constantly putting something different on my eyes. Yesterday was Mother-Daughter Day. We did not film. We went looking for, the new RV has a bath and a half. So it has a master bathroom in the back, and then in midship it has a half bathroom. So I've decided I'm going to take the old bath mats that were in this bathroom and put them on the RV and get new bath mats for here. So Emily and I went and did that, and we're looking, I think I've told you in the past, I'm a little bit of a germaphobe, and buying a used RV, not a problem. I also am a very good cleaner. I can get in there and scrub with the best of them. But when it comes to a used mattress, I can't I can't, you know. I mean, you think about what people do on their mattress, sweating being, you know, the very least thing, and I just cannot sleep on this mattress. So we are going to order a new RV mattress. We've looked at a couple of different places, and apparently we can get them pretty quickly. I'm looking at some that have thousands of reviews, and everybody's opinions of soft, firm, or, I mean, if it says it's a medium firm, not, you know, 50% of the reviews say it's too soft, 50% of the reviews say it's too firm. We have in our bedroom, and we are mattress snobs, there's no doubt about it. We've gone through the gamut of trying we've tried the purple, which I loved, my husband didn't like. He said it was too soft, he sunk right through it. For me, it was probably one of the best mattresses I've ever slept on. Letha, there was another one with 2 names too. We went through, you know, the trial periods of all, because we used to have a queen Tempur-Pedic, and that got moved to the spare bedroom, and we didn't want to spend that ridiculous amount of money for another Tempur-Pedic, but apparently you get what you pay for. But that's our every night sleeper, so we're not going to pay that kind of money for an RV that we're only going to be traveling in. So we're you know, trying to keep it somewhere around $500 for an RV king. So hopefully we've got narrowed down to 2, and we'll make that decision today so that can get in here before we take possession of the RV. Now the gentleman that we're buying it from, we're actually buying it from a dealership where we bought our last one, where we currently store ours. But he's staying in it until he ordered a new one, and something's wrong with one of the doors. So they're waiting for that to be repaired, and then he will be moving from his into his new one. Ours will go PDI, which is pre-delivery inspection. So it'll go through being cleaned and all the inspections needed on everything before we take possession of it and move into it. Which for me will be, we park the 2 RVs side by side. I go clean the new one before I move anything over from the old one. So anyway, we're working on a mattress for that, and you know, a few other details. I'm hoping that we will be in it within the next 2 weeks, and then we can get camping. So I'm going to mention, I had bought a while back, this is the It Lash Blowout. It's in conjunction with Dry Bar. It's such a cute little brush. Let me show you. Here's the actual Dry Bar brush. This is the mascara. I don't like the mascara. I wish I did. I think the tube, if the packaging is what sold me, there's no doubt about it. It starts off quite dry, and it's only gotten drier. I mean, it works. I'm going to use it, but I don't enjoy using it. I spend more time trying to get my lashes coated, and then I get a clump in there. So then I'm trying to break up the clump. Now I have not had any fallout, so that's good. And maybe I just got a tube that ended up being a little drier, but I like it to go on not wet, because I don't want my lashes sticking together. I have very specific tastes in how I like my mascara. It's like the week after you open a brand new mascara is the perfect week for me in a mascara, for about 2 weeks, and then it starts drying up a little bit to the point where it's no longer my perfect formula. All right, where am I at? It is almost time for some color. Let's see. Like my Walmart I mean, not my Walmart, my Amazon t-shirt. It's a little sweatshirt with some little pockets down here. It says good vibes. I woke up, you know, I sleep in a tank top and no bra. So and that's how I normally get dressed, so I don't get makeup all over me. So it will depend on how much I get on me, if I get any on me, as to whether or not I actually wear this outside the house today. But it is getting chillier and chillier. Tomorrow morning, I'm south of Atlanta. We're supposed to hit the 40s tomorrow morning. So that happened really fast. Should I do the hot buttered rum, which is simpler because there's less to choose from, the Naked Honey, or the gingerbread? I think I'm gonna go with gingerbread, the gingerbread spice. Okay, I'm gonna do the gingerbread spice today. And you know, sometimes I take from other palettes. You know, if there's one in there that I really wanted to use today, then I could do that. These are some shimmery, some matte. There's only a couple of mattes in here. I really need my glasses, you guys. I'm gonna start with powdered sugar, and I'm gonna put that all over my lid. I always put a light coat of whatever I'm going, there's my one solid piece from eyebrow to eyelash. And in just kind of a sloppy manner. I do not have this makeup skill that a lot of other YouTubers have. I look at them, I watch their tutorials, and I know that a couple of you have asked me to follow a tutorial and videotape that, which I can't imagine trying to watch a video, follow a video, and film me doing that. I'm not sophisticated enough yet to do something like that. Give me time. I've only been doing this about a year. But for some reason, just because somebody else can do it doesn't mean that I can. I see them so simply using one hand, no tugging at their face or whatever, making these perfect lines. And maybe it's because I have, my movable lid is a little crepey, as well as my under eye. So I do have a little bit of crepey skin, so I don't drag as soft of a line as some other people do. All I know is what I know how to do. And all right, let's see, what do I want to do next? I'm gonna go with, you know what, excuse me. I'm going to try to, nope, that's not the brush. My brushes, I'm trying to pick the ones that are still clean in here before I show you how dirty my brushes are. This is just a real hair brush. I'm going to put a little bit of the spiked eggnog just down on my lower lid, now, you know, movable lid, just for a touch of sparkle. And it's time for the zoom in. Just on the bottom half of my eyelid. I like a little bit of sparkle. Shimmer, not sparkle. All right. Now let's do, I'm thinking the spiced rum that's down here, this darker one. I'm gonna put that on the outside portion of my eye and in my crease. And that's not the brush I want. Try this one. I don't even know. This is another little elf brush. It might be too big for what I'm trying to do. I'm just kind of like, I like to dab so I can find a beginning point. It didn't work. And then I just, no, you can't really see what I'm doing. That one doesn't have such great color payout. I feel like it's going on very, very muted. Can you see what I'm talking about? And I feel like it should be a darker color. So, yeah, that one's not gonna do it. Well, this side seems to be doing a little better. Just a little bit. All right, let's go to, heck, let's just be crazy and let's go to reindeer paws. This really, is that what it says? That says reindeer paws. I need a smaller little brush to do that with. This is gonna probably go on dark. So, there we go. I have no idea what this is going to turn out like. I've got such peeling in here. Probably not a great day to be trying to do a new makeup look. I'm trying to go outside of my comfort zone, ones that I wouldn't, or I haven't picked out of these palettes before, or I, wouldn't normally go for. Figure, in the fall time, it's easier to, you can use some darker colors, a little deeper colors. I still prefer a more natural look. but that doesn't mean a natural look can't be a little richer, I guess. There are no rules here. There is, however, some face wash if I completely mess everything up and I look like a clown. Well, that one did have a little bit of fallout, and I'm just going to take my little brush and pull that away before it settles into my fine lines and wrinkles. All right, so that gives me a little bit of depth up there. I'm going to blend this out a little bit once I decide that I'm finished with it. Let's see. I think I want to take Bake It Till You Make It. It's kind of it does have a little shimmer. It's kind of a mauve-y rose tone. I'm going to go back to this one. And I'm going to blend that in just below this one. I don't know if that's going to make any difference at all. Just so I don't have such a solid line between the two colors. Blend that into that first one that I used, which was Spiked Eggnog. I am thinking about buying the Charlotte Tilbury, I think it's called, oh, it's a blue palette on the outside. It's a limited edition. I just don't know if I need another palette. I mean, I know I haven't given you guys a tour of my ridiculous makeup drawer or my palette drawer. And I'm not going to right this second either. I have to build up to that. Let's see, what do I want to do here? Do I want to take that above it too? I'm actually going to take the next shade, the next to it, it's called Oh Snap. And I'm going to go just above that one. Just, I feel like when you use coordinating colors, it kind of smooths things. I don't know. I'm making things up as I go along, you guys. Just kind of blend that into my brow bone a little bit where it's not such a harsh line. And a lot of times I'll take just the first brush that I put the whole thing on. Just kind of go back over the top. I have a little peely in my eyelids too, so yeah. Okay, so I don't know if you're able to see what I've done. Now I'm going to take a angled brush. And I'm going to use one of those colors that I just used. There's a specific one I really like in here. This is by Ulta Beauty. I really like the way this holds on to powders. It's such a tiny line, but it's a nice flat angled surface. So, and I'm going to take that reindeer paws, that dark color that I put in my crease, and I'm going to bring that down on my lower lid as an eyeliner. Just bring that up underneath my lashes. I just went a little too low. I prefer not to have a real solid line on my lower lid, and I achieve that better by using a powder rather than a stick liner. Unless I'm going for more of a severe look, or unless I'm being really lazy and I'm in a hurry to get dressed and I have to wear makeup, I'll zip that on, try to blend it out a little bit, but I try to not make a habit of my life to hurry. Because my mother always said, the hurrieder I go, the behinder I get. Yes, I know that's not proper English, but it was just a little saying that she would say from time to time, and it's true for me too. The hurrieder I go, the behinder I get. And the more mistakes I make, and it doesn't matter what it is. If I'm doing makeup, if I'm, you know, trying to put I break things, I lose things, I tip things over. I just try to slow down a little bit. I mean, there are times in my life where I don't have a choice. We all have to hurry, but I choose to. I also have another view. If someone says, meet me there at 10 o'clock, my idea of 10 o'clock is 9:50. 10 minutes early is on time. That way you're not rushing. You're not pushing that boundary of making somebody else wait on you. That is a pet peeve of mine. Whether it's going to the doctor's office, to my lawyer's office, to my accountant's office, or just meeting a friend, my time is just as valuable as anybody else's time. I hate waiting on somebody when they tell you a specific time. Now I understand there, doctor's offices, you're not going to have a choice, but in other cases I feel like if you set an appointment time, they should at least try to stay as close to that appointment time as possible, or we should be able to give them a bill for our time. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? It's just that we should all value each other's time no matter what our line of work is. Our time is our time, and we only have an allotted amount of time on this planet. So respect each other's, I guess is what I'm trying to say. All right, I'm gonna take that same reindeer paws and I'm gonna go across the top. It's kind of it's a brown. It's like a deep, deep raisiny brown is the color that I'm getting out of this. So I always try to leave a little early. I try not to be the one, skidding into the parking lot at the last second, somebody else waiting on me, because I feel like it's rude. But then I spend a lot of time waiting. All right, here's the first eye. So I had mentioned a while back, you guys know I got new glasses. I wish I could wear glasses while I'm putting on my makeup, because it's interesting sometimes to see what I've done afterwards. Like, God, this is a 15 times zoom. Adam's gonna get me one. My daughter and her husband got me this for Christmas 2 Christmases ago, but Adam is gonna get me one for the RV too. And put it up in the RV so I can actually see what I'm doing. But when I first got glasses years ago, I tried contacts. Tried being the key word. I still have those. And they're within reach right here. In my little bucket here, I have left eye, right eye. I could not get them, first of all, getting them into my eye and then back out again. That was a lot of time, very consuming there. When I would finally get it set in a place that was somewhat comfortable, when I would get them in a place that was somewhat comfortable in my eyes, by the end of the day when I go to take them out, they were absolutely bloodshot. I mean, itchy, watery, like my eyes were gasping for air. And I think maybe my eyes just didn't get used to it, or I shouldn't have bought 6 months of the very first one they gave me. From what I'm hearing, you should try different ones first. So I may call my ophthalmologist and try that again, so that I can have the freedom of not having to, every room I go into, have a pair of glasses that are constantly dirty. I don't know. So if you guys know of, which is the one, I just put them away. These are the Bausch & Lomb Ultra Contact Lenses with Moisture Seal Technology. Now these I've had for 4 years, 3 years, somewhere around there. And I'm sure they're expired. I know I need to throw them out, but see, there you can see here is, all 3 are still in this. All 3 are still in this, but this is my old prescription, so it's not going to do me any good. So if you know of one, if you went through this and you know of one that I should ask my ophthalmologist for, please let me know. I really would like to be able to pop them in my eyes and go about my day and not constantly have to have an extra pair of glasses on me, or, you know what I'm saying? So, all right, that's it for my eyeshadow and eyeliner look. I'm still pretty, I mean, you can see a little bit of a kind of golden light. I don't know. I blended them in. I'm terrible at this, you guys. And here my thing is sliding back again. All right, what do I have left? I have mascara and some blush. So I'm gonna use my little curling wand. And I'll be glad when this one doesn't, you know, work anymore at all. Every once in a while, it does a couple of swipes that look really, really good. So I don't want to waste it. All right, that's it. Now I need some lips. I've had this little, who makes this? This is the wet lip from Glam Glow. This is like the little tube that never ends. It is the little ball, the little silver ball. I've had this probably since last Christmas. I just leave this out whenever I need a little bit. I put that first thing in the morning. And before I start doing my makeup. And let it just kind of moisturize, and I put it on at night too. But I have little lip balms everywhere. So maybe that's one of the reasons why it's taking so long to use that up. Lips. Let's see. I am gonna put, give me just a second. I'll be right back. Okay. So for lips, I have this little mini set from Marc Jacobs. This is, oh, I gotta get my glasses again. Sugar High. So, and I think they're all called Sugar High, if I'm correct. This just says SF01. Both of these say Sugar High. So, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to line my lips and kind of fill it in with the pencil. For me, it's almost like when you use a primer on your eyelids or a primer on your face. For some reason, I feel like this makes things stick a little better. Then I'm going to take the lipstick. There's my husband.
Hey.
Hi.
Hey guys.
Rub that in. And then a little bit of gloss on the top. And that's it. I'll throw these in my bag, take them with me today. I may pull up the front of my hair a little bit, I don't know. But it's gonna go outside and get all rained on anyway, so. Anyway, all I gotta do is get changed and put some jewelry on and a little bit of perfume, which, by the way, I wanna mention, I ordered this little sample pack from Skylar. I really like their palettes, their scents. I have a lot of perfumes, so I started with the little small ones, and I do really like this. My favorite one by far in this is Arrow. There's this, it says Spicy Date Essential, and it does have a little bit of a spicy fall-like tone to it. I really like it, and these you can mix really nicely, and I don't sneeze when I put them on, and that's kind of a big thing for me. But I just did this sample pack, and I'm not going to order anything large right now until some of my other perfumes, and I have a lot. I have 8 sitting here in front of me, 3 or 4 on my dresser, and 8 or 10 in my closet on my little spinny thing. But today I am going to use the Arrow. And you'll see, watch me sneeze now, and it won't be even related to the perfume. It just has a really nice scent, a little spicy, and I can barely read this, and it shows at the top where create your new scent wardrobe. They mix Isle and Coral, Arrow and Meadow and Capri and Willow. I have mixed some in the past. You can see my Arrow is almost gone. That's gonna be sad. I think the one that I've used the most after that would probably be Meadow and Willow and Coral. So that's it. That is my look for the day. I'm probably just gonna put some jeans and some booties on. I may or may not get anything on this, but once I get on my perfume on, I gotta go upstairs and get a video live. I have not had a chance to check comments here this week. It's been a very busy week in my life. Very busy couple of weeks actually. So I'm trying to keep up with YouTube. Things will settle back down again, but like I said, I have a lot of appointments today and I need to get all of that under control. So I'm gonna clean up my bathroom and I'm gonna get my day started. Thank you guys for spending some time with me today. I hope you'll give this video a thumbs up and come back and see me next video. Bye-bye.